Shams, you mentioned the roster, and I think it was Brian Windhorst this morning who basically said, like, hey, if the Lakers would have traded for Alex Caruso, that would have been a bigger deal than signing J.J. Redick as head coach because their roster has so many question marks. So what are they going to do to kind of try to fill out this team and make them more competitive? Because they obviously can't just run back what they did last year with how tough the Western Conference is.
That's why the pressure is on the Lakers front office to make major changes on the roster to an extent because, like you said, this team came up short this past year. And when you think about J.J. Redick and the principles that he wants to implement, defense, point of attack defenders, versatile players, and what we saw with Boston, like a few years ago with the Warriors, you saw the Warriors kind of change the game. I think the Celtics, in a way, people are going to try to follow their trend. When you think about they have 5 players, especially in their starting lineup, that can do multiple things. Neither of them are weak defensively. They play both sides of the ball. Right. That is very, very important. And you can't have holes. You can't have a player that might be a negative for you defensively. So I think they're going to look at that side of the ball, and they have to be aggressive. You know, one name that they did pursue last season at the trade deadline that I think teams around the league expect to come up again in trade conversations over the next week or so and make sense for the Lakers is DeJounte Murray with the Hawks. That's someone that – you think about over the next week or so, what do the Hawks do, not only with the number 1 overall pick, but they potentially have a decision to make with Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, which player stays, which player goes. And the Lakers have maintained a level of interest in DeJounte Murray over the last several months.
No, because we were told Trae's the one leaving.
Yeah.
Not Murray.
And DeJounte Murray's talking to Kawhi Leonard in Paris.
Yeah. He put up a picture of his hair.
Yeah.
So,
well,
does Atlanta not know which one's is that like a
Atlanta is still unsure about which. I mean, a lot of it comes down to value, right? If you can get more value for one player than the other, then you have to look at that. They're still not 100% set on the value that they can attain in the marketplace, and that's why draft is coming up Wednesday, Thursday. There will be a much better sense come Wednesday, Thursday as far as which direction Atlanta could go in. They also, at the same time, they got to figure out that number 1 overall pick, what they're going to do with that pick.
Okay, so why don't you tell the Lakers whenever you have your little discussions and they give you the inside scoop, which we now know this guy's plugged with the Lakers.
Yep.
Okay, T.J. McConnell's not available. Okay, sounds like he would be the perfect player for the Lakers. Just know that he's not available.
Never will be.
He's never will be. He's a pacer for the rest of his life. So you tell Pelinka.
The Pacers are working to extend T.J. McConnell. That is someone that they want around for the long haul.
Okay, good. Just make sure they know that.